The last NBA expansion came in 2004, and at the moment the league has a total of 30 teams, and that's going to change sooner than later. Currently, the NBA is close to finalizing new national television rights deals with NBC, ESPN, and Amazon worth $76 billion over the next 11 years. But the league isn't stopping there. With the next decade of the league's finances secured, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver has league expansion on his mind, which is a great idea. With a global reach and a talent pool that's deeper than ever, the NBA is primed for growth. New markets, new rivalries, and new stars waiting to be born. He also stated a desire to expand into markets that would grow the game, and a long-term goal of adding more teams outside the United States. So with those factors in mind, now let's dive into the top candidates for expansion. Mexico City, Mexico. The city is the largest metropolitan area in North America by a sizable margin and is the capital and the largest city in the country. With nearly 25 million residents, the city houses almost 2 million more people than the New York City metro area. The NBA has had success in the global games in Mexico City, and the city does have a NBA G League team, which has been pretty successful. Basketball and the NBA are growing in popularity in the country, and at the moment, basketball is the fourth most popular sport in Mexico. The sport was introduced in Mexico in the 1930s. And the country does have its own league called the National Professional Basketball League, and it's been around since 2000. At the same time, this location offers a lot of logistical problems. Mexico might share a massive border with the United States, but Mexico City is over 1,000 miles away from the nearest NBA city of San Antonio. Even Los Angeles, which is less than 150 miles from the Mexican border, is almost 2,500 miles away. Also, with the city's extreme altitude of 7,349 feet above sea level, and when you throw in customs, the extensive travel, this location could become NBA players' least favorite road trip. There's even more things to consider about this location before they make a decision for the next expansion. London, England, our rivals across the Atlantic, this location would be one of the biggest markets in the league from the beginning. The city of London is the capital and the largest city of both England and the United Kingdom, with a population of around 8.8 million, and the metropolitan area is the largest in Western Europe with a population of 14.9 million. London has many sports teams through many leagues, and is a huge sports city overall. Having an NBA team in London would have an immediate home field advantage thanks to the time zone differences and long flight times. The NBA is growing across Europe, and by having a team in London would help the league expand its global presence and reach a new audience. Also, at the same time, London offers a large and lucrative market with potential for significant revenue growth. A rivalry between the Boston Celtics and London would be really iconic for the league. While there are no official plans for an NBA team in London as of yet, the league has been exploring the possibility and has played several regular season games in the city. Montreal, Canada. The city is the second largest in Canada and the 10th largest in North America. Montreal has a population of around 1.7 million, and the metropolitan area is the second largest in Canada with a population of 4.2 million. Adding a team here would give the NBA their first French-speaking city and could help further grow the game in France, and at the same time it would help grow the game further in Canada. As a bonus, the city is unique and could be appealing to NBA players because of its nightlife and distinctly European style. Montreal has a passionate fan base that is known for supporting its sports teams, and the city's pride and joy is the Canadiens from the NHL. Having a Montreal NBA team would create a natural rivalry with the Toronto Raptors, promoting regional interest and potentially increasing fan engagement. Also, the city has produced several homegrown NBA players, such as Benedict Mathurin and Lou Dort, showcasing the city's potential as a talent hub. Having an NBA team in Montreal would help grow the sport of basketball in the city and Quebec province, potentially inspiring new generations of players and fans. Don't forget that the inventor of basketball, James Naismith, was born in Canada, and it's only right for Canada to get a second NBA team. St. Louis, Missouri. St. Louis was once home to the NBA in the past, with the Bombers from 1949 to 1950, and the Hawks from 1955 to 1968, who won the NBA title in 1958. The city also had a team in the ABA. the Spirits of St. Louis from 1974 to 1976, until the merger of the ABA and NBA. St. Louis is a proven pro sports town with a strong fan base for the MLB's St. Louis Cardinals, the NHL's St. Louis Blues, the St. Louis City SC from MLS, and the Battlehawks from the UFL. The city proper has a population of 301,578 people, while its bi-state metropolitan area, which extends into Illinois, and has an estimated population of over 2.8 million. The city already has an existing arena, Enterprise Center, where the Blues play, which is a good start to get an NBA expansion team. But it's 30 years old, and the NBA might want them to remodel it before they consider this city as a possible location. With this wonderful city being a great sports town, it should be on the list for consideration for the next league expansion whenever that happens in the future. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The city is the second most populous in the state after Philadelphia. Pittsburgh has been the host to 2 Major League Basketball teams over the course of the sport's history. The first one was the Pittsburgh Ironmen, and they were charter members of the Basketball Association of America, which would later become the NBA in 1946. The second team was the Pittsburgh Pipers, and was a member of the American Basketball Association. They did win the first ABA championship in 1968. The Steel City is the home to 3 of the 4 major professional sports leagues, the Steelers from the NFL, the Penguins from the NHL, and the Pirates from MLB. Pittsburgh just needs an NBA team to house all 4 major North American sports. Pittsburgh has earned the right to be considered for an NBA expansion team because of its rich history as a tough sports town, and with a really strong fan base that is dedicated to their teams. By getting an NBA expansion team, could make a bittersweet interstate rivalry with Philadelphia, and look at the rivalry between the Flyers and the Penguins. Also, since all of the city's sports teams have black and yellow jerseys, the expansion team should have the same colorway to keep that tradition going. Vancouver, Canada. Vancouver was once the home of the Vancouver Grizzlies, who were established in 1995, but relocated to Memphis following the 2000-2001 season. The city is the most populous city in the province, with a recorded population of 662,248 people in the city, and the Metro Vancouver area has a population of 2.6 million. Vancouver is a huge sports city, and they love their sports teams, with the Canucks from the NHL, the BC Lions from the CFL, the Whitecaps FC from MLS, and many other sports teams. Though it didn't work out with the Grizzlies, Vancouver deserves a second chance. The expansion Grizzlies didn't stand a chance in Vancouver because the NBA draft lottery was never in their favor. Now, with today's NBA has a bigger salary cap and the desire to expand, it's entirely possible that Vancouver could find a franchise player in no time. Also, those 1990s Grizzlies jerseys were pretty cool. San Diego, California. San Diego once used to be the home to 2 NBA teams, having been home to the San Diego Rockets, now the Houston Rockets, and the San Diego Clippers, now the Los Angeles Clippers. The city is the second most populous in the state of California, and the metropolitan area is the second biggest without an NBA team. At the moment, the city has only one major professional sports franchise, and that's the San Diego Padres. But the city does have many other professional sports teams, and in 2025, the city will get an MLS team. That alone is a pretty strong case for the NBA to consider this city, with only having one of the 4 major professional sports leagues, and there are additional benefits by adding a team here. A new team would also gain goodwill by the fans by choosing to come to the city. After the Chargers chose to leave in 2017, San Diego is a tourist destination, and that attracts a lot of opposing fans, and that would benefit both the city and the new NBA expansion team. Also, by having a team in San Diego could create a natural rivalry with the Los Angeles Lakers and Clippers, as well as the Sacramento Kings, the Phoenix Suns, and the Golden State Warriors. I believe that the city of San Diego deserves another shot with a new NBA team. Las Vegas, Nevada. Vegas is becoming the next great American sports town, having added new professional sports teams in the past few years, including the Raiders from the NFL, the Golden Knights from the NHL, the WNBA's Las Vegas Aces, and the future Oakland A's from MLB in 2028. The city has an established relationship with the NBA by hosting the Summer League. There are good reasons to consider this. The arena is already in place with T-Mobile Arena with a capacity of 20,000, and as the Vegas Golden Knights showed in their first season, the fans will flock to a quality product. Vegas shares the benefit that San Diego has of being a tourist destination, meaning it could draw opposing fans to come out, or even neutral fans looking for something fun to do. Las Vegas is often regarded as America's playground and seems like a no-brainer, with their large market appeal and reputation as a city that never sleeps. They would indefinitely become a new free agent hotspot, making Las Vegas a basketball town, and that would introduce a new exciting element to the NBA. I think Las Vegas should get one of the next NBA expansion teams on the next expansion when that comes. Seattle, Washington, the most obvious choice. The city was the home of the Supersonics until the city was robbed of an NBA team, when they relocated to Oklahoma City in 2008. After years of historically excellent play and the selection of some of the game's finest players, with all-time greats like Jack Sigma, Lenny Wilkins, Gary Payton, Shawn Kemp, Ray Allen, Rashard Lewis, and Kevin Durant having previously worn a Seattle Supersonics jersey. It's really difficult to ignore the fact that Seattle was robbed of an NBA franchise and is long overdue for the return of pro basketball to the city. The Sonics have topped this list whenever relocation has been discussed, such as when the Sacramento Kings were up for sale in 2013. The old arena that the Sonics played in is no more, and the arena was renovated massively for the newest NHL expansion team, the Seattle Kraken, which was redesigned to house both the NHL and NBA. Bringing the Seattle Supersonics back to the league is an absolute urgent matter, given their rich franchise history. I wouldn't be surprised if some players like Kevin Durant sign long-term contracts with the team and finish their careers where they started. I'm absolutely sure that Seattle and lots of NBA fans would be incredibly happy to see the Seattle Supersonics come back into the league, and I will absolutely be thrilled about that. Recreating the Seattle Supersonics could be the league's next best step.
So those are my candidates for the next NBA expansion. What do you think? Let me know down in the comments section. If you're new, please consider subscribing and also hit that notification bell. And if you love sports, this is definitely the channel for you. And also share this video with more sports fans. For more basketball and other videos, please click up here. And thank you so much for watching. My name is Nathan. I'll see you guys all next time. Just keep loving sports.